Pastor Corey gave a teacher some time ago. He actually invited us into his living room. And every week that we put these little talks out on YouTube, we're inviting people into our living room.
Yes, indeed.
And what he was talking to his family about, he was talking about all these hats that he had and how he has to be great at every one of these hats. It can't be just, well, I'm doing really good at 5 of them, and in these 3, I'm just lacking greatly. What I did is to have a balance. So just because you're going to hear building out of me doesn't mean that other brothers aren't doing other things. We got brothers researching all kinds of stuff. Dez is on something right now. T's on something right now. T. Willie on something else. Pastor talked about handbrake. What do you think T. Willie been doing? I gave the T. Sis and T. Willie to do. T. Willie the one that got it. You got your license, right? Yeah, he got his license. We got to get you a big boy.
Yeah.
You got the little, we got to get you a big boy now. So we're trying to be balanced. We're doing our best to be balanced. That's why we set the women kind of over the food stores. I told Erica, I don't need you stressing about, I got to do something, take care of it. You ain't got to take care of it. Us men I got to take care of it. I got to have the foresight for that. All I need is information. I don't want the women weighed down with stresses of the community. That's our job. Y'all just got to communicate to us. Y'all just be at peace. Kara said, Elder, remind her shelf. I'm like, all right, cool. And we go by Elder shelf. Okay, cool. She said, Elder, just remind her shelf. I said, all right. I didn't mean nothing by it. I really didn't. I just was, all right, but I was like, I'm going to get it. And I asked for reminders so that way we can take care of stuff. I like that. I want you to wear me out. Catherine said, we're going to need poncho. That's all right, cool. Just remind me. Every single day, poncho, Elder. She walked by. Shavings. You see what you point at me? Shavings. All right, got you. Hey, man, listen, Dick, I'm going to run to town tomorrow. We're going to let them go make groceries. I'm going to run there and shoot back so we can start work. Get it out the way. You ain't got to stop by Golden Rod there. I got it. Just simple stuff like that. So we're well around it, but you going to hear a big push when it comes to building because that's the area where us physically, there has to be a change. All right. Spiritually, you sisters keep doing what y'all doing. I see y'all are striving to love. That's what I see. All right. And it's been you coming up on a year since the tragic statements. Okay. So, but the idea is I want y'all to, continue and striving in love. You continue to change who you are, change your order, continue to work on self, see self, deal with one another. You know what I mean? Seek after peace is what you do. All right, we got to do that. All right. And so another area where we have to continue to strive in is our parenting. Okay, we got to continue this. This is Pastor. This is another thing I'm about to bring up. Pastor talked about a lot of things. Last week talked about children. He brought that up. Or the week before he talked about, all right, yeah, you don't brush your teeth, brush their teeth. He was speaking on this. These children are there waiting to be poured into. He's been talking like that a whole lot. He talked last night. He talked about, he sent an unlisted video to several people, me being one of them. And all I could tell him was, hey, you're definitely training them up in the way you should go. And I'm so happy that I'm able to see him raise seed at this juncture in his life. And one thing that, now we have the foresight now because we can peer back into their lives and into what the experiences that they have gone through to glean from. All right. And that's why y'all kind of hear me make different statements over a period of time about, hey, yeah, we trying to get it, but I still want the children to have a childhood. I'll say stuff like that. Or before the deacon boys go back to school, what they do? He take them out, go do stuff. He just does best to spend time with them. So on and so forth. Me and Des had a conversation. I'm just let y'all. He don't even know I'm saying this shit, but we talked. I don't know, maybe about a month or two ago, something like that, and he was trying to explain to me why I may see something with Shay or whatever. I'm like, hey, brother, I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome. She come out here, she does her little duties, and she's all about the children. I think that's wonderful. I said, that's actually what I want. So he's like, oh, didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. It's good. So I, as an elder, had to make changes. That's why you don't see Eric out here doing all the different things. I'm like, you in there. You delegate from afar. That's just where we at. Okay? Because at the end of the day, these also need, I don't need these being, there's things I see, and I'm pretty sure there's things that you see in your child that you won't change. You want something to be different. All right? And at the end of the day, it's good that the shepherd spoke on this. It's good that he speaks about stuff like quality children. All right? And we're going to talk about this today. All right, because this is another area where once again he talks about hunting, he talks about building, he talks about all these areas. Okay, man, he there's no area off limits with him, as you can see. And one thing I can say is, Sister Erica, her and I speaking, she told me something that she really takes away from what she sees with what the shepherd leads and guides his women in how they deal with his kind. All right, and she thought about, because there's one way me and you get down. Me and Greg, we just about beating asses. I mean, that's just us. But we tried to create a balance, because all we knew, that's where we come from, just getting cussed out and getting ass beat, But so we had to learn to kind of pull back and just talk and speak. But I see a true balance with Pastor. I mean, but once again, second time around, and then you got all these children that you've dealt with over these decades, plus your own, and now you got a chance to have a little one for all Israel to see you and rear up and raise up. You know what I'm saying? And it's been real nice for me to kind of peer in, and it brings back memories even of how we were raised. You talk about Salem age. I mean, they lit into his car, bro. So, a lot of things I said in the past, I was right, but I was wrong in the application. And many of us have been there. We have an idea. We know this is the way to go. We see what the books say, but man, how do we apply this? How do we go forth actually functioning in this and what this says? It's difficult to know.
Yes, sir.
You see what I mean? Because once again, we are a melting pot of people coming back to his ways. You see what I mean? It's just repairs to the breach.
Yes.
And what ends up happening is these first ones that you have, you don't know how to be a parent. You don't know how to be a mother. You don't know how to be a father.
True.
You know what I mean? And so there may be spirits when this child was conceived. You see what I'm saying? Man, this is the reason for this. It ain't no excuse. It's just, this is the reason why this child is, and you as a father or mother know this. This is what was in you, or this is what was in me when I impregnated. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And this is why this child is this way. And so now you're over here trying to be married. You're over here trying to continue with your relationship with your wife. You know what I'm saying? But then you got to deal, and the child come out, everything cool. Child seem fine till it hit a year old.
Yeah.
Till it starts walking.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? Then hit 2 years old, and all of a sudden these behaviors.
Yeah.
And you start kind of looking funny. Hold up.
Come on with it.
And you got to reassess. Oh, what's going on here? And all of a sudden you going back. Okay, we're going back now. We're gonna go back to conception. We about to go back to that first year. We about to do all that.
That's right.
You see what I mean? And so that now I see how the middle child thing come about. Where that second child's kind of left to itself. It tends to be the most independent one because you just left it to itself and it's monitoring, it's watching, it's peeping game.
Yeah.
The first one catching all that hell and you sitting there like, I ain't doing that. And then the baby comes along, you give the baby all the attention, and then that second one is still there kind of. And he looking at the baby and he looking at the oldest one, he just kind of in between. And he has a few ways to go. I'm going to fly under the radar. They could be the most sneaky one too. Because I was a middle child. So, I used to get after it, man. I really did. But all this is the reason why I'm going to talk about this today. Because, this is just where we're at. Straitway, Kentucky could pop the babies out. As y'all can see. I mean, you look, 6 under, man. I mean,
next gen.
I mean, gosh. I mean, start counting them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell brothers to stop. Hey, brother, look, man. Hey, don't do it. Don't try. How about that? That's all we can tell you is don't try. It might happen, but look, don't try. Can you hold on for a second? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 dwelling spots, which is pretty good for a community, but we got a lot of folks. So you ain't going to be seeing Elder Mitchell and Straitway a whole lot. Tennessee. You ain't going to be seeing me. I got to get summoned. That's kind of what it is. I told Pastor, I said, y'all probably going to be seeing too much of me. Y'all going to see me at the leadership meeting. Now, after that, I don't know. We'll see. But I got to hit some benchmarks on this land before I really be moving around like that. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of my face here. So, period, point blank. Y'all probably notice I ain't been going nowhere since Georgia. I've been just here. So if I go somewhere, it's because there's a purpose behind it. I need to go. So I need to go. It's something's long overdue. I got to make a move. Other than that, I'll be here because Dick, it's been nice having three of us here, right?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Joe? It's a little different.
Yes, sir.
Y'all see the cuts a little bit better, right? Am I lying?
No.
Dick, you, if I'm lying, you can say it. You call me out. I'm not. Y'all heard it. The cuts are better. Stuff is fitting snug and tight. It's square. Stuff ain't getting missed.
Vision gotta be here.
Yeah, man. Gotta have it down. Hey, that's just, every man has a gift. Hallelujah. And that's all you need to know. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Children. They could be a blessing, and they are blessings, right? They are a blessing from the Most High. And, but we got to teach them at the same time because, children, they could bring shame. They could bring honor. And then we got to get to the point where we got to ask yourself, well, what are you doing to make these necessary changes to where they don't bring shame and to where they bring honor? Okay, and to where they are seats of the Most High.
That's it.
All right, you heard Pastor speak about Hezekiah last night. The Spirit is just in Hezekiah is what he talked about. Or, some children just have it, right? You go Straitway, you see some children be jumping up in the front, just getting after it. And some of them, they just sit there. Jonathan prays in the room. He's as stiff as a board out here.
That's true.
I don't know why. You jumping off. He on the bed jumping. This morning he praising. Come out here. He just. Gangsters don't dance. He just. He just boogie. That's it. He's something serious. Hallelujah, though. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is older, he will not depart from it. All right. So there's a way. We talked about this. Years ago, we spoke about Yah's way. There's a way which is good. Mm-hmm. Okay. And train is from the word H2596. All right. It means to narrow, to initiate, or discipline. All right. To dedicate. So dedicate a child in the way he should go. Initiate a child's direction. You discipline the child in the way it should go. So all these things, discipline, initiate, lead, guide, direct. All these things is what we need to be doing to these children, no matter how old they are, young or old. Till they're adults, they still need training. Period, point blank. And y'all hear me say this quite a bit. I ain't got too much stock in children. Responsibility. I don't. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I don't know what. I'm still looking. I'm still watching. To see a child that's gonna be diligent and doing something. We ain't got it here yet. I don't see it. So it just ain't there. All right. Psalms 127:3. Because like I said, children are a blessing. Lo, children are an inheritance or possession. Okay, of Yahweh. Okay, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Mm-hmm. Okay, as arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. All right, arrows in a mighty man's hand. So arrows, abundant, many, right? Happy is the man that hath his quiver. So that's the arrow case. Having many, full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
That's it.
Okay, so I know we got this thing, be fruitful, multiply, but y'all hear me say it. I agree. I agree with Pastor. Quality. Mm-hmm. Being able to pour into. We are not we're totally out of our culture. Okay? We ain't running around here with handmaids. Okay? We ain't got, you know, a whole bunch of concubines and, you know, both wives and all this other stuff. You ain't got all that. So you space these children out. That's another big reason why. And we living in the 21st century. So it's, you know, spread these bookers out, man, because, you know, they need time. You know, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I was happy with just 2. 2 was a good number. You know, after that, wait 3 years. I don't know. Which we did. So, still, I'm like, it wasn't long enough. Or maybe that was just because we got to work so hard on the first. You know what I mean? You got to correct some things, you know, as you learn to be a parent. Okay? A song of degrees. This is Psalms 128 now. All right, 1 through 6. A song of degrees. Blessed is everyone that feareth Yahweh, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. The wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house. Thy children like olive plants round about thy table. That sounds like a beautiful picture.
Indeed. Hallelujah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Behold, that thus shall the man be blessed that feareth Yah. So this means that this is a man that reveres and that fears Yah. This sounds like a righteous man. You know, wife gonna be fruitful. You know, your children's gonna be roundabout. So a lot is predicated on the man, and all these things. Okay. Now, of course, there's some things where, you know, maybe something naturally occurred, because you see in the Bible that we've experienced barrenness within Israel. All right, but there's a lot of things that can fix that, whether it be just the power of the Most High. All right, whether it be, you know, the Shah, whatever the case may be, coming into the fold. There's many things that can fix something like that, all right? But either way, this is of the man that reveres and fears the king. And children are great. They're wonderful. There's a lot of things we got to do with them, though, okay? Proverbs 17:6. Children's children are the crown of old men. Oh, well, Daryl got himself a few crowns. Hallelujah. Glory to the king. And the glory of children are their fathers. Hallelujah.
That's it.
Heard that, Jonathan? Heard that? You right? Yeah, that's right. So, glory to the king. All right, so anyway, we got to teach these children, all right? Because we just, as a shepherd says, they're empty vessels. Willing, ready to be soaked up. These children love when you show them attention, especially when they're small. You know, if you don't show them no damn attention, man, when they hit about 8, man, they don't want shit to do with you. I'm going to kick it with the homies. You know, because you ain't never sat with me. Why now? I ain't used to this. You know, you sitting here reading with me, you talking to me. I mean, boy, we came to the faith, man. I tell you, man, we got so much I love yous, man. I was okay.
Yeah, it's never the truth.
I never knew that. Because you never said it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about from the natural family. Got some, you know, we going off the deep end now. So the love yous was coming, but as children, we couldn't correlate that. You see what I'm saying? I can't. You never said that.
True.
You know, I'm not used to hugs and kisses. I'm not used to this love. What? I ain't used to this. You know what I mean? So we gotta teach them. All right. So this is it's a weighty matter, man. Having children, it's a life-changing thing.
True.
And it's gonna change your whole life. I mean, Shepherd even said, he says, "Hey, when you get married, life's over." You know, and through experience, I've seen that. And I'm pretty sure every man here, if you got a family, you get married, life's over with.
True.
You know, you got to decrease so that you can take care of her. You got to, the hell with your wants, it's about her wants.
Yep.
You know, in a sense. You know, it's about you as a man, but you as a man, you about going out there providing. You know, your rewards at the end, you know, you go out, do what you got to do for her, and then you get your award. You make it easy for her to submit. You make it easy for her to serve.
There you go. Hallelujah.
But if you don't make it easy, then you ain't no reward coming to you at the end of the day. You know, then all of a sudden, here come the children. Oh man, your reward is real late. You know, especially if you get a few children, you might get a foot rub. Might. You might not get touched for a week. I don't know. You know, I mean, I hurt, so there's a ball, there's a back buddy over there.
Put it to use.
My foot hurt. Here's the tennis ball. You know what I'm saying? You're last. Get used to it.
Hallelujah.
All right. But Deuteronomy 6:4 through 9. All right. Y'all know this is a Shema. Hear, O Yisrael, Yahweh Elohim is one Elohim, one Yahweh, one Master. And thou shalt love Yahweh thy Elohim with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, not slothfully, not lazily, diligently. And diligence is a hard thing. It's a hard thing unless you are heavily interested. Diligence is a very difficult thing unless within your being, this is something that is very of the utmost importance. If it is not important, you will not be diligent. If it is not a high priority to you, you will not be diligent. If you don't care, you will not be diligent.
Tell the truth.
It's just not going to happen. I want my master to read with me. Hey, man, he ain't diligent at it. He don't care. All right? It's what it is. That don't mean he got to either. You know? I mean, she got your own relationship with the king. You got questions, come ask. You know? I'm just saying. All right? So all these things, if you're not diligent, it's because you ain't got enough. It ain't of the utmost importance. It ain't like your daily bread. Those that hunger and thirst. You know, if you ain't thirsty for it, you ain't about to be diligent for it. If you're not viewing this as something that must needs be done, it ain't happening, man.
Tell the truth.
It's like working out. It's a lifestyle, man. I mean, either you got it or you don't. Some people just won't lose weight, can't. Why? Because they just don't. It ain't up here. It ain't at number one. They not sick and tired, like deliverance.
That's it.
I ain't trying to be free, so I don't care about working out. So that pain hit that body, then now you're doing it because you got to. That's normally what happens. I mean, when shit show up in your body, then that's when you want to make a change. So, likewise, you know, I don't care about disciplining my children. It's all right. They start acting a fool and embarrass your ass. Now, it's in your head now. You just got embarrassed. You feeling shame. But it took that for you to, okay, I got to do this. Because now the fear of being shamed is why you going to do it. You about to be diligent now. It wasn't important enough just to pour in. You know, you had to get embarrassed first. You had to get shamed. You had to get brought to a lower state. Okay? I don't even trying to get off from to get back on.
You still on.
Okay? Diligently. Verse 7. Thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. So that means you're speaking throughout the day. Throughout the day. Sorry, but us men, we ain't in here with the children. So that means the sisters got to be talking of Yah throughout the day. Mothers have to be talking about Yah throughout the day. I mean, it is what it is. And when we home, we talk about Yah throughout the day. You know? Man, I was just talking to my daughter about this, man. We're going to detour real quick. Let me get to it. I was just talking to her about this because, I like I said, I focus, man. I'm we hitting another gear, I think, all across the community. I think it's high time for everybody. It really is. Okay? And maybe I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm just reading Deuteronomy 21, verse 18. Because, when you get to a point where you got to say stuff more than once, it's something about to change. The ass whoopings are about to go up, but you know what? It's something else you need to understand. You need to understand what y'all think about you. Okay? So, right here, Deuteronomy 21:18, I said, I want you to read this. We got her little Bible, said, read it. And we're going to talk about it. So she read it. And she was like, oh, I don't want that to be me. I said, oh, I'm pretty sure. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of this city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. All right. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. The reason why there ain't no fear is because you ain't hearing about no death. See, this is why we like, this is why, I ain't gonna say we like, this is why as leaders we gotta tell y'all about who we put out. We gotta tell y'all these things. This is why we say, it ain't talking shit. It's just being real. We gotta tell y'all this stuff so that y'all know. Y'all gotta know. No, we just gonna be putting people away behind the scenes, I guess, right? So that way you can feel good about leaders having clean mouths. We just gotta put them away behind the scenes, and you ain't never gotta know about it. Nah, you need to know. You need to know so you don't do the same dumb shit. Yeah. So we gotta deal with you and put you away privately. Make no sense. True. But I showed her this. And I say, yeah, so you keep this shit up, hey, we're gonna stone you stone. Yeah, she don't get it, you know what I mean? Go to your mother. Go back there. Go, shut up, go. Oh, it's right here. That's what. Come here, man. My bad. You give it to your uncle when you're done. But anyway, I had to show her this. But this is teaching them. See, when we see stuff as husbands going on in our home, see, women give us feedback when we get home. Then now it's for us to intervene. Now it's time for us to start talking. Now it's time for us to sit them down and have a word with them, or just bust their ass and have a word with them. Both. You see what I mean? And so this is where we gotta do this. We gotta be diligent at it. I used to always make the statement, not give it an inch. Yeah. And what I truly believe is because we're not set up and because our focus is on other things, whether that be hunting, whether that be training in guns, solar, building. You see, we get sidetracked by these things, and then what ends up happening, you so worn down, you just, all right, man, just shut them up, do this. Yep. Hey, be quiet, shut up. Hey, have a seat. Hey, put this on for you. See what I'm saying? That's what you do. We so distracted. See, this is just like Behold a Pale Horse, where it's about keep them busy. With no time for things of real importance. See what I'm saying? That's why the mother is so vital. Yeah. The mother is so important. Come on. She got to be the one not to give an inch. That's why the village is so important, to not give an inch. Come on with it. You see something, you say something. Yep. Just don't. It may seem like we just, but it has to start somewhere. Yeah. Man, dang boy, y'all been just only having to give. God damn. Well, hey, she got to stop eventually. Just keep going. Just keep saying something. Well, I ain't worried about her feelings. She will be fine. It ain't gonna kill her. Stay on it. I actually said last week, I think I was talking to some sister still left out. I said, man, if y'all don't mind, please, by all means. Because I kind of was talking about the state of my family. And I said, hey, y'all see this, man? Hey, handle up. It's true. We need that. Okay? And so children's been a real big focus in my mind since last week, really. All right? And it says, so we're supposed to be speaking about these things throughout the day, all right? Verse 8, it says, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. Now, a lot of people can read into that spiritually, naturally, whatever the case may be, but, they see what you do. All right? And they see what you talk about. They see what your speech is about. They know what's in your mind because of what you talk and what you say. True. Okay? So they going to know that. Verse 9, thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. And we probably need to put something up there at the gate. I've been thinking about that. Yes. That's came to my mind on how many times we just need to put something on like both sides. That's the gates to the city. We just need to go ahead and get something, put 4 on this side and 6 on that side. Yep. Hallelujah. So they know what it is. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Been meaning to do that for a little bit. Psalms 78, verse 1. Going down to verse 5. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. So if we're not rehearsing these things to them, they ain't gonna know. Right. I mean, me and Eric have been really torn about what they watch. Really torn about it because, and I said this years ago, if I mean they watching all this fake stuff, right? I mean, how can they be in awe reading what he's done?
Yep.
I mean, it's been hard being like, man, where we going, man? We've been watching some natural stuff. Yeah, that's it. If it ain't some real stuff, man, it's hard for me to really do that. Because when I read to them and I'm reading the wonderful works of the King and what he's done with his men, walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
You know, he posts touch right. He hit the rock. Water comes out. Mount Sinai. Raising his hands up. Putting his arms down. Prevailing, not prevailing in battle. You know, all these things, they can't be in awe, man, of this stuff. You got them watching Marvel Avengers all the damn time. Oh, okay, so y'all was like the Hulk. No, he ain't. You see what I'm saying? This stuff is desensitizing. You see what I mean? So it's real. We have to really be careful what's set before their eyes. There's stuff I just don't watch. I want to watch, but I don't watch. Why? Because they're there. So he said, I want to watch fighting. I said, okay, cool. I found a boxing movie. You watch that. You want to watch fighting? Watch that. Well, I want to watch the other fight. Nah, I know. You want to watch that magic shit. Nope, ain't doing it. Here's Rocky 5. There's your fight. I got them. I got all 5 in the room. I'm not lying. I've been thinking all kind of ways. You know, I want real Rambo. Just, you know what I mean? Just, you want to watch some fighting, there it is. That's war, son. Just keeping it real with them. Okay? So we have to be able to talk and pour in so that they know these things. They could be in awe of his glory, be in awe of his works.
Hallelujah.
You know what I mean? Being in awe of his blessings.
That's it.
And what he can do and his power. You know what I mean? Not what man can conjure up in their imagination or their mind, put on film. I'm telling you, man. I be seeing it and hearing it in their voices. I had to stop it. All right. Okay, cool. Verse 5, and it says, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. And then, we're going down to verse 8. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. So you see, this is going to be something orally passed down. Now, all the indigenous tribes of the earth, this is what they do. They pass things down, pass things down, pass things down. The buck stops in probably the last 50 years, half century. I mean, brothers just ain't passing nothing down. You know, all the knowledge is in the grave. They ain't passing nothing down. So we got to pass down.
That's right.
We got to be talking to them, preaching to them, showing them stuff. All of that. That they might set their hope in Yahweh and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation. What's up, brother? A generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yah. So, of course, speaking about the generations in the wilderness. The stiff-necked, the rebellious, the murmuring, complaining generation. And we not above that which is written either.
No, we're not.
We could be murmuring, we could be complaining, we could be bitching and moaning. And we can't be doing that. Because once again, who the example to the children? You are.
Yeah, exactly.
Every last one of you. You ain't a child, you an example. So you talking foolish shit, guess what? They hearing it. Sometimes me and the brothers be cutting up. You know, me, T, Daz, Greg, and you know, we up here cutting up after some time, sitting here chilling. And Caleb, man, Caleb, he's something serious. It's about Gorman. You know, he sit over here in the cut. He got the chair back, he just be quiet, like tucked away. And I'm like, look, I said, hey man, deuces, get out of here. You know what I mean? Because he listening, he watching. I'm like, man, get out of here, bro. You know, there's a time, you know, you ain't there yet. Later. I be watching him, man. He's something serious. But I saw Pastor do that to a young blood. Young blood came and sat next to him. He asked Pastor a question. He chopped it up with him for a little bit. Then Pastor kind of turned his head. And he got talking to Elder Rufus and Brent Crago was sitting. All these older men were sitting there. And I'm just kind of off to the side. Because even though I'm an elder, please believe, I move out the way. I walked up, Brent Crago said, hey, have a seat, Elder. You good? You my elder. You know, I get it, but you gotta say you good. Now if it's a young punk, I tell you to move. I tell all the young cats move. But the old heads, man, you have a seat, man. You good with me. You know. I think about 20 minutes went by. Pastor Ron said, your ass is still here? He told him, he gave him some words. I'm just leave it at that. He told him to kick rocks. But he didn't tell him to kick rocks. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he told him to get on. So go hang out with the young cats, so we told him. All right. So once again, we got to train. We got to train the children in a way they should go. We know this. And we got to teach, guide them, lead them, pour into them diligently. Once again, but you got to give a damn. All right? And, you know, you have to come to a realization that you don't give a damn in order to get to that point.
That's right.
And you have to get deliverance, get set free, pray, fast, something. Because you got to get to that point. You know, I think I'll show myself friendly with y'all. I remember, I don't know, it was years ago. Man, I couldn't stand taking my family out. Man, to pack them up and load them up and go to town. Oh hell no, man! I didn't feel better until I got on the main road. I said, man, I got to get rid of this. You know, me and Greg, we had no father like that.
No.
You know, I ain't get married till I was 28, 29. So I don't know how to be a family man. I'm trying to figure this out. I got to change my ways. I got to change my course. I got to change my path. I can't be doing this stuff grudgingly. I can't have a foul spirit on me doing something that I should be doing. You know, she needs what she needs. I need to go to town and make sure she got it. I got to be that provider. You know, children need clothes. I need to take them so they can try the stuff on, make sure they can fit them. So I had to fix my heart, fix my spirit in that vein. You know, you live, 18, from the time I was 18, 16, I started working, up to 29, it was just me. You get it? So I got all this time, just me.
Yeah.
All this time, 15 years, just me. Me. And all of a sudden, I got children, it's like, shit. So I had to figure out how to start changing my mind and my aura about myself in order to deal with them. So I mean, but you gotta figure out and know that you don't give a damn. You need to know that. You need to see that.
True.
Because there's no way you can be diligent unless you see that. Proverbs 20, verse 11. It says, even a child is known by his doings. Okay? Whether his work be pure or whether it be right. It's known by his doings. Straight up. Man, they small, I understand, but you can see. Like Pastor would say. He said, he let the children come up around. He said, he see them. He peeping them out. Even at that young age, he look, okay, I see the spirit this one got. Nope, I see that one. Oh, I see this girl right here. So you can see it. When you done live life, you kind of peep game. You check it out. But his doings come from age 46:11. It says an act, good or bad, a doing, an invention, or work, an endeavor, what they do, how they behave, how they carry themselves, how they speak. You see what I mean? They're known by their doing, their way. Okay, so they ain't too young to have a way. They're not too young. And so we have to catch it and then correct it. Okay? Let's go on here. We're going to go to Sirach. Everybody get a little hot and heavy. Sirach 22:3 through 5. All right? It says, an evil nurtured man is the dishonor of his father that begot him. All right? And a foolish daughter is born to his loss. A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband. But she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. All right, so we see here, this is huge because it's going towards daughters right now. Here in a second. This is all about to be hitting on the daughters. It's going to hit some sons, but is huge on daughters here. All right. So we're gonna hit that again. A wise daughter shall bring the inheritance to her husband. All right. But she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. Having an honest daughter. That's what you want, not a dishonest. Okay. Verse 5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. So you're going to have a father despise? See, the father's going to be like, boy, I got to get rid of this one. And he going to be like Laban, you're going to do a switcheroo. Got to get rid of this one. He despising that one, and husband despising it. And ain't to say the one was dishonorable. She just ain't the one he wanted. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think about that. A bold one. See, this is why y'all got to clap on these young daughters when they run their mouth. Because there's a speech that should not be on them. But I be hearing y'all sisters, you a girl. Hey, you a young, you a maiden. You this, you that. This is not how you deal. This ain't how you talk. This is not how you blah, blah, blah. I be hearing y'all. That's good. That's good. Y'all keep that up. We don't need that. We don't want them getting despised by father. Thoughts be running through fathers' heads. Be like, boy, if shit hit the fan right now, what am I going to do with you? Dad's laughing. He been there. Rex in here like that. Can you imagine? I'm for real. I'm just discard this right here. I'm not even saying. I ain't even really telling you. I'm just saying. There's thoughts, and you have to cast down. You gotta get right. All right. Sirach 42:9. It says, the father. This is me all day. The father waketh for the daughter, when no man knoweth, and the care of her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. So it's a huge thing in the East to make sure you hand that daughter off exactly the way you said she is. This is a maiden. And we got the law for this. Over in Exodus, Deuteronomy. So, you know what I mean? We got the law for this. So this is a huge thing. And this is why you don't let them gather Broadway. This is why I'm real big. Where's she at? Is she walking by? She better not be walking by herself. You know what I mean? This is why I speak this way. That's why when you come in there, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Abigail's room. Within. You ain't even know. That's Jonathan over here. You going to be within. You and Salome. You got to keep an eye on you. One time, man, I called Erica, and Pastor didn't know this, and I said, "Where are you today?" I went over to Ken's land. For real? Hey, I went to go pick some berries. Really? We were betrothed. Mind you, I ain't telling her nothing, but I told her something this day. Erica, you back there?
Yes, sir.
You remember this?
Yes, sir.
I was hot.
Yes, sir.
She said, I said, you went by yourself? You went with somebody? She's like, no, I'm by myself. I said, I told her something. That's all I'm going to say. And I said, you need to go let him know. Don't do it again. I know I ain't there, but this is not how we do. Period. I said, does he know? No. He better know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really care for my daughter to be separated. No, my daughter's going to be right here. Wherever I'm at, dead. Oh, they come over here for a week or two, for a month. Nah, not really. You going to watch them like me? If you ain't, they can't go. But we family. I know. I hear you. They got to get watched like I watch. Period. Because mine, when they hear it, they going to be within. Within the home. I'm talking about, boy, if I had a center room in the house, that's what they'd be. Straight up. All right, I'm going to keep going. All right. Verse 10. In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house and having an husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. All right. I had to go long on that one.
Yeah.
I missed that one. I should put that in here. Verse 11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter,
Oh man.
lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude.
That's a lot.
Yes, it's power packed, man. Once again, you gotta be diligent. You gotta raise. We gotta put the daughters. You know, mothers. You gotta put the daughters better than what you were.
That's true.
You know, more honorable than what you were. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. Behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. I just added this in. So, for from garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness. Hey,
Just the truth.
daughter, we talking about daughters? We talking about daughters? Hey man, this is even for dudes, man. Don't be sitting in, amongst women. And you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's you're gonna start being just like them. You know, I'm telling you, every time I see young dudes hanging around a whole bunch of chicks, I'll be looking at them sideways.
That's a fact.
I do. If I see any of these little boys here, I don't give a shit. They ain't mine. Hey, Jonathan, Kai, Yasha, Levi, man, hey, they better not like just being around a whole bunch of chicks all day, especially as they get older. Y'all better be shooing these dudes away. Let the fathers know. So we go time to a tree.
That's it.
Straight up. We don't need that crap. All right. Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. Foolishness of a man. Devices. Better is that than a courteous woman. That's off the chain. All right. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach. You put this down, brother. Can you reach up, put that down? CT, that's why you got up. Okay, we putting it down. You could have put it down. Yeah, man.
All the way or just
all the way? All the way. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. You got a seat. All right, we're going to go to Proverbs 15:20. All right. It says, a wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. All right, so wise son. I mean, come on, man. Your son do something good, man. You happy.
That's true.
He obey, you happy.
Yeah.
She obedient. I mean, daughter, both.
Yeah.
You got good children, man. You happy, man. But it takes some work.
Yes.
That means there's something you done did, you done put into them. There's some type of good influence that they've been exposed to for you to be glad. Because it's work. Because they wicked off top. All right. Proverbs 10:1. The proverb of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. I can only imagine. Was Samson? You know, they asked him, why don't you like these over here? You know, I want that one. I prefer you take one of your kindred. You know, but he chose to go another way. It looked like he just took his parents through it. Proverbs 17:25, it says, a foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her that bare him. So, I mean, all day long when he's foolish, unwise, all these things, you see what it does to you. Grief, bitterness. Boy, you start leaning on regret. You see, this is what we don't want. I don't want that for none of our saints. None. Zero. Big fat goose egg.
Yeah.
So that means we got to push as a village for these children to be of the king.
That's it.
All day. All right. Proverbs 19:13. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping. Okay. That just comes with the verse. But I want to focus on calamity. Okay. So a foolish son is the ruin. A ruin of his father. Ruin. All right. And right here, calamity, iniquity, mischief, mischievous thing, naughtiness, naughty, noisome, perverse thing, substance, very wickedness. All right, so you got a foolish son, man. It don't bode well for daddy at all. But we're gonna get to a good saying too, man. Quite the opposite is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna get to that. All right, so like I said, we're gonna have to invest in them, and we're gonna have to focus on what are we doing or what should we be doing, so that way they will be reared up in the way that they should go. All right, that's gonna be the focus right now. All right, so Proverbs 29:15, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. The only reason why I can think that the mother's there is because she first line teacher. Like I said, she with him. She with him. The father, we come home, we out there. You know, if we hunter gatherers in a sense, we going anyway.
Yeah.
Children with them, and as the son get older, then they branch off, come with us. I don't even know, man. I'll be looking at history. I'm like, man, where did the father even deal with the daughter? You know, I'll be looking at that. Where? Sometimes I just look at Abigail. What am I do with her? Or Salome, just, you know, she done hit 5. It's like, I'll sit and listen to you. We can talk. You know, but really the teachers come from the sisters, the women. What I'm going to do? Teach her how to be a man? Don't make no sense. She need to be with the sisters, the women. And they need to all be eager to show her good things. Vice versa, Addie. Vice versa, Susanna and Sarah and Salome. All these, Rachel. You know, these girls got to be taught. Okay? Rod and reproof. So, rod. Just remember that. Rod.
Yep.
We don't need to adopt this attitude of too much talk either. There's a balance.
There is.
There's a time where we talk and we speak and we preach and we teach. You know, reproof is instruction, the chastisement. You know, also. All right? And but the rod, we can't do without the rod at the end of the day. You can't do it. And that's why I wanted to bring back what Erica said she saw that she really enjoyed about what she saw what Pastor had done, which he lit into his car. He said literally he has not done that one act ever again. He wasn't up for like 10 months. And she took that and she said, hey, you know, I popped the shit out of Salome. That's the first one she did that to. Abigail and him didn't get it from her. For me, they did. So they do differently with me, you know. But this one, the guy from America, I ain't even popped this one yet. The only thing I do, I throw her down. I just throw her down and she cries. You know, because all I gotta do is flick her. She falls. She lies a feather. You know, no, and she just she screamed. But Erica lit off into this little girl. She says, she ain't done it again. She ain't threw a fit since. I'm like, hallelujah. So, but this is where the rod comes in. It's balance. They need it, but balance. So, all right. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
That's right.
Man, back then, man, you know, them shit got beat like hell, man. You know, they got beat. They got really beat. All right? So, you can't expect a child to, they're not going to be mature. They're not going to be all, foolishness bound up in them, but you got to drive away.
That's it.
Even if it's just light task, getting their attention. Flicking them, something. You know, you have to get their attention. I saw Delano. I got it from Delano. You ever see me plucking my children in the head or in the face? I got it from Delano. I'm like, man, that's a good move. I was at Straitway. Delano boy did something, man. He thumped the shit out of his head. And I was like, ooh, he did not like that. Boy, he started crying. I was like, oh, that's a good one. I was like, I'm going to start doing that.
Randy used to pinch us.
Yeah, and I'll be plucking the hell out of Jonathan's head. Ah, boy. That catches attention. That was a good one. I ain't got to swing or nothing. Just pop. And that's it. Oh, that's really good. All right. But foolishness. They foolish. You catch their attention real quick. Pop. I got to wear them out. I'm getting their attention. Proverbs 23:12 through 14 says, apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beat him with the rod, he shall not die.
Yep.
We be giving these powder puff blows. Little powder puff. These little pillow talks. You know. Thou shalt beat him
Yep.
with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. This beat is H5221. It's to strike. All right. It says beat, cast forth, clap, give wounds. And some people they hate their children too much to give them wounds.
Yes.
Go forward, indeed, kill, make slaughter. Oh, this is what the word means. Make slaughter, murder, punish, slaughter, slayer, slayering, smite, smiting, strike, be stricken, give stripes, surely wound. So I like the wounds and give some stripes. That's good. That's good. Because, you know, in everything there's context. Right?
Right.
In everything is context. So let's be wise. That's why I say some of you foolish ones can't touch the children.
Hallelujah.
You ain't got children, you can't beat children. If you ain't had no children, don't beat them, because we don't trust you. Some of y'all ain't got no sense. Y'all imagine Chris trying to whoop a child? Dorman. Can y'all imagine him trying to whoop somebody? Yeah, that's what I was getting there.
I was just thinking that, man.
We might tie you up to a tree.
Hands and feet.
You know, you're gonna get a beating of the day. So, all right, but all seriousness, beat these children. We got to tear down. So, because they won't do it again.
Nope.
You give them something to remember, it ain't happening again.
Hallelujah.
That ain't. I'll be honest with you. I honestly cannot even remember my father giving me a whooping. I can't remember it.
I remember one.
Little hole. That don't mean he ain't with me. I can't even remember. That means when I got to his age, all he had to do was talk.
Like that lip.
All he had to do was talk. When I was 4 years old, you think about it, how many things you remember from 3 down? See what I'm saying? I can't remember ever him with me. But Mama told us, oh man, she used to cry. She used to leave the house. She used to leave the house.
Yep.
He was popping when we were infants. I was like, for real? She's like, yeah. And I used to always say this, man. I remember Tatiana. She was 1 year old, man. He was literally whooping her, telling her to get up. And I was kind of like, I didn't understand it. I was like, I don't know what he's doing, but literally, them two, our other brother and sister, same thing. All he had to do was just talk.
Yeah.
To all of us. My dad he don't whoop his children. And once past 4, he don't give spankings.
No,
The work is done.
yeah.
The work is done. I'm telling you, he struck that much fear in us.
Yep.
Yeah. So I be like, man, what's wrong with me? I'm like, I fell off. I had it right early on. I went astray somewhere. So I'm still giving ass whooping. So I'm a little off. I got to get back to it. Heard that, Jonathan? Yeah, he like, I ain't hear nothing. But all be aside, I cannot remember him ever giving me a rod because the work was done. He just had to speak. Now, my mama was a different thing. We tested her, tried her, and she beat us down. So her beatings came from like 4 years on up. Even till she got to the hands. She used to punch us. Like, she got to the point she fought us.
Yep.
Yeah. No, for real. She fought us. Straight up. She like, your ass too big for a belt.
Yeah.
Literally. She said, you too big for a belt. So bring your punk ass here. And straight up, man, it was just like...
That's what it was.
And she started swinging. She started swinging. Daddy wasn't around. She started swinging. And yeah, straight up, man, I would love my mom was in the face.
Yeah.
Boy, it would, man, I'd build her little shack right there and be like, me stay there. Like, she stay with me.
Yeah.
Hey, she a gangster, bro. It'd be awesome if she was in the face. y'all gonna see where all this stuff come from.
That's true.
I'm for real, man. She gangster, man. But no, she went to fist. But daddy, it was done. So with that's kind of the level. That's what I'm saying. We missing it. We fall from where we need to be.
That's true.
That old school had it.
Yep.
They had it because all they had to do was just talk.
Yeah.
Us, we still over here correcting 3-4 times. That's nuts. Too much talking, man.
Yeah.
If you guys say it more than once, they need a pop.
That's it.
That's even me. I gotta do the same thing. You guys say it again, man. Hey, no. We about to get it. They need a whack. We not there, man. That's the holiness that they need to be having. Because they need to be able to obey us like that. So that way when they get old, they can obey y'all like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So when they get them spiritual ass whoopings, they turn, don't go back.
That's it.
So it starts from little, man. It starts from young, bro.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what I'm getting at. I know I'm talking about my history, but it's just real.
It's on point.
Okay? All right. So Proverbs 15:10, it says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Yep.
I said, I'm telling Abigail that shit right now, too. But she hate getting whoopings. I'm like, yeah, you ain't supposed to like it. But this is a remembrance. Let mommy do it. You hit too hard. I know. There's a reason for it.
Speedy and judge.
Okay. Sirach. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Sirach. I don't want to go too long. 7. Sirach 7, verse 23. You're going to go down to 26. Right? It says, hast thou children? Instruct them. And bow down their neck from their youth.
Come on.
All right. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body. And show not thyself cheerful toward them. So you can couple that with the other verse I read about being awake. All right, I've always been that way. I don't like my daughter getting marked up. I don't like. I gotta give her away, man. I want it to be good.
Hallelujah.
Hey, here you go.
Hallelujah.
You know, yeah, man. She good. She ain't no blemish.
Glory.
You know, you want to give a heifer. I mean, think about it. You go out to buy a heifer. You want one all marked up?
No.
So, you know, I'm real careful with her. Because when I get away, I want the man to be able to look at and be like, yeah, I can do that. You know what I mean? I want to be happy with what he see in spirit. You know what I mean? I want him happy in both areas.
Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
All right? But I ain't going to show myself cheerful. You heard a good example last night with Pastor and Tammy. All right? Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
So that means we got sons, we got to make them men of understanding.
That's right.
You want them to be married? Better make sure they have some understanding. Make sure they ain't foolish. Take it out your mouth. So, 26 said, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Question. Forsake her not. Give not thyself over to a light woman.
Glory.
All right? This is a floozy. Loose woman. All right? So I just want to throw that in there. Because it's good. Because you can't, us men, we got tall tasks with these children. And guess what? The women got to be assimilated unto us and do as we have them to do with these children.
That's it.
All right? It's the only way it's going to work. Okay? All right, we down the home stretch here. Sirach 30. All right, we're going to start at verse 1. All right, Sirach 30. Starting at verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. You want to have joy of your son? Correct him. You want to have joy of your son? Rebuke him. You want to have joy in your sons? Deal with them.
Yes.
That's what that's telling me. He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. All right? You know, like I said, they do well. You want to talk? Hey, bro, hey, man, he been doing this, man. He got 225 today, man. You know, I don't know, just something. You know what I mean? Just as an example.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he dug his first ditch today.
Hallelujah.
I don't know. He laid his first block today. Hey, man, he killed his first deer today. I don't know. You know what I mean? He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. We got an enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we got an enemy that don't want us teaching our son.
That's the truth.
You don't want y'all to have a people. You see what I mean? So when we teaching, we grieving Hashatan. All and everyone submitted unto him. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
True.
So like I said, we're gonna get to the good stuff. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Yes.
For he hath left one behind him that is like unto himself.
Hallelujah.
See, that's a wonderful thing, man.
Better believe it.
That you can raise your son in such a manner that, man, I see your father in you.
Yes.
I see daddy in you.
That's it.
You know, I knew you if I worked with your dad, man. Hey, man, me and your dad laid this building right here.
Yep.
You work just like him. Hey, man, you know what? You honorable just like your dad was, man. You know your dad said that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just, these are just examples.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Of what it could be. All right? So this is a beautiful thing. But it takes something on your part.
Yes, it does.
Diligence. I'm gonna keep going back to that shit.
Hallelujah.
You don't have diligence. You don't care enough. Right? It's like Pastor keeps talking about the fear of y'all. We done lost it.
True.
Right? You don't love y'all enough. You don't fear y'all enough. The give a damn ain't there. Verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful.
Hallelujah.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends, so requite to recompense. All right. Verse 7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. And horse not broken becometh headstrong.
Yeah.
You ever hear me talk about Abigail? Like, man, shit, horse got to get broken. People just hear me talk like all the time. Like, man, I just be beating the shit out of her. And it's just, ain't nothing changing. And you hear the way Pastor talk about Salome, man. It's half true. It's half true. I mean, she getting after it. She is getting after it, man. And a child left to himself will be willful.
Yeah.
So this child will be stubborn, determined intentions to do as one wants. That's a good definition. So you be willful. The child left to himself. They'll back at you, growl at you, they'll kick back at you, they'll tell you no, they'll do all this dumb shit. So we have to put a stop to the stuff when we see it. Okay, you don't let this stuff go along. 9. Conquer or pamper thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Well, you see these. I ain't even gonna go there. All right. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Yep.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. So you don't want to be too much of a friend. That don't mean don't body slam him or wrestle with him or throw kickball with him. I mean, do those things, but they ain't your friend. They're a son.
True. Period.
They're your daughter. They ain't your friend. When they children, let them be children. Let them be children. I ain't in no rush to raise him and make him no man, but he gonna work.
Hallelujah.
When you get a little tired, go in. You hot? Go in. Go to mommy. I'm not gonna press him to make him, But as long as he gonna go. Daughter, same thing. I like the purity state of these girls' minds for a time. Personally. When I speak to Shepherd, I say, my twin, he said, yeah, let them be children. All right, yes, sir. You gotta let them be mature. There'll be a time where they're gonna get it. They hit 10, they're gonna start, okay, cool, come on in the kitchen. So up until then, you gotta let them be a child. Because when it's like a job. I was running track. I remember my track coach says, "And why you pulled your hamstring?" I said, "I think I'm not resting enough." He says, "Why are you working?" I said, "I want to buy my own stuff, do my own thing." He said, "You got the rest of your life to work." That's what he told me. You got the rest of your life to work. You know, once you start working, you can't stop. Exactly what he told me.
That's true.
I got to about 24. I was looking for Coach Southall. I went back to the school looking for him just to tell him you were right. You know, most people that told me or warned me, I went back and told them they were right. I remember a woman in Walmart, Georgina, went back. You were right. Mom, you were right.
Yeah.
Pop, you were right. I went back. Coaches went back. Hey, you were right about this. I will go back and tell them you were right.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to know. I saw. I wanted them to know my eyes were opened. You know, so vice versa. And once you grow up, man, you grow up. Ain't no going back. You know, you no longer a child. You done put away childish things. It's time to move on to the next stage. I can remember Erica. What's that girl name? That girl that was there. Shane girls. So I don't even remember that name. Sky Major.
Yeah, there you go.
And them three, he was doing a strip study and he said, all right, y'all, no more climbing trees. No more of this, no more of that. This is what y'all need to be doing. It's time to move forward. Time to grow up. Time to put away childish things. Only Erica did it.
True.
Now what other two at?
In the world.
Got babies from daddies ain't even in the picture. Could have had it. It could have been like her. Could have. So, all right, let's move forward. All right. 11. Give him no liberty in his youth, and this is a big one. Wink not at his follies. All right. This wink not is to seem not to see. All right. Seem not to see. Don't wink at that shit.
Passing by us.
To tolerate, to overlook. Wink at a fault. We can't wink at this stuff. Oh, they're just no.
Hallelujah.
That's a problem. We gotta be on the cutting edge. All right. That's a big one. Wink not. All right. Verse 12, it says, bow down his neck while he is young and beat him on the sides while he is a child. When they want you. When they want you. Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto you, and so bring sorrow to your heart. This is a good one. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor. Hold these damn boys to labor. If I come on rail and I'm calling for boys to do stuff, because it's still here. That's both Caleb, Jeremiah, and Ethan. As they get older, I'm just going to be calling. Watch what I'm going to do with him as he gets older. Kyle going to be right there. If Des ain't here, and be like, hey, and then you Kai, Joshua, if they ain't here, I'm calling them too. Y'all come get this work. Y'all want some PE? Y'all gonna come get some PE. That's what we're about to do. No fooling around. I want them laser focused. If they foolish, bye. If I got to send you in, if John come in, why you in here? Oh, Daddy said I was playing too much. I want her to beat him when he walks in too. Then I'll get him later. Kyle walks in, what happened? The elder said I was playing too much. Ain't time to play when we're on job site.
That's right.
Somebody get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. So he said, but this is what I'm looking for. They need to be very ready and eager to help and learn. I used to talk about this all the time. I was a great helper. A young blood just asked me this question. I don't know if you heard it, but he talked about if you are like a leader, and I used to talk to this about you guys all the time. I had brother A, B, and C, right? And A, was good. B was, y'all know the spill. Yeah. Okay. He also said, well, what do you do whenever your superiors come to you and the job ain't getting done? Do you blame shift? I ain't mentioning them at all. I'm looking at me. Because it was my task. The task was given to me to complete. If Pastor come out here and say anything, y'all hear me right now. Pastor talking about all we stacked up. What am I doing? I'm just here. Whatever. Well, Des, he ain't getting them lows, you know what I'm saying? And, and Josiah tripping out there. Jay want to come off the road and, Elliot, man, he just, for every little thing, man, he shut down. He ain't trying to hear that shit. No. It's like Abigail. I said, Grandma ain't trying to hear, well, I got this, I'm busy with this, and I'm busy with that, and I'm busy with this. They ain't trying to hear that shit. All they know is you wasn't watching her and she got hurt. That's all they know. And all they know is, and where was me? Oh, I was out there. Well, where were you? See what I mean?
True.
It's cut and dry. It's black and white. Period. Point blank. So I don't got time to be blame shifting others. I need to get with my crew, figure it out, and we move forward. Period. Point blank. All right. But we gonna let me finish this up. All right. Chastise son, hold him to labor, at least his lewd behavior being offense unto you.
That's it.
So you don't hold him to labor, then his actions, his behavior, his talk, his gait, all that shit later on gonna be an offense to you. You gonna be very offended what you're gonna see out of your children. Because of what you failed to push. You'll be offended. I don't want that for none of us, honestly. I really don't. I don't want that for the community. So we need to push. All right. And lewd is vile, wicked, licentiousness. All right. That's I hit on that a few weeks ago. Lasciviousness. Lasciviousness means licentiousness. So, all right. Proverbs 23:24 says, "The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy of him." So, father of the righteous. So that means the righteous father is doing something. That means if you're righteous, you're doing something. You're pushing something. You're going in a certain vein. All right, we're going to end on this. All right, so, and this is very important. And earlier I kind of made mentions of something, and I can't remember the verse exactly, but one thing that came out was this verse that I got down here at the end. Here, and it's Sirach 41:7. It says, "The children will complain." See, the children don't understand. They don't know right now, right? I mean, it's like Jonathan. He upset we hold him down to do warm compressions on his eyes. But look at his eye now.
Look great.
You see what I'm saying? But he don't want nothing to do with it. So he don't know. He gonna fight. All he knows is in the moment. But then when he get older, I appreciate you doing that. I see why y'all did that. Right? Or whenever you getting chastised when you young and little and you don't get it. How many people you know that go back to their mother and father and say thank you?
Come on.
Many, like, man, thank you. I appreciate you being the father or mother that you were.
Hallelujah.
Because, man, I see it now. Because, man, these cats that I work with now, boy, these dudes out here, man, they something serious. Why? Because I'm thankful for how you dealt with me. Thank you for raising me the way you did.
That's it.
Because they don't know nothing right now.
Yes.
All right? So, the children, 41:7, the children will complain of an ungodly father. All right? Because he shall be reproached for his sake. All right? And so then here I wrote, so at the end of the day, it's on us. Father, daddy, priest at home.
Yep.
It's on you.
Oh, yeah.
Verse 12, it says, "Have regard to your name, for that shall continue with you above 1,000 great treasures of gold. A good life hath but few days, but a good name, it endures forever." Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Glory to the King.